Louisiana Beer Reviews Blue Moon Extra Belgian White Belgian-style wheat ale. So Blue Moon Extra introduced in 2025. Some people got it in March, as early as March 2025, but it's really taking a little longer to get to other places. Now, I tried to buy it last week at Racetrack. I tried to buy it twice in two different towns, and they said it won't ring up. They kept scanning it, and then I said, "Well, it's not in the system." No, it's not in the system. So I don't know why they couldn't just make up a price, but I guess it's all centralized there, and they can't manually do it. But I found this at Ricky's liquor store in Kenner, Louisiana, Louisiana Highway 49 northbound. This is certified kosher, as with most Coors beers. It's sold only in these stovepipe cans, 19.2 ounces, or 568 milliliter cans. 8% alcohol. Water, barley malt, wheat, corn syrup. Great. Oats, orange peel, coriander, hop extract, natural flavor, and yeast. They said they were producing this to tap into the C-store market, as they call it, convenience store market. Because they said they studied it and they could see that sales for these tall single cans are really strong. And they wanted to give an option because they said some people don't like those strong IPAs, they're bitter. Well, actually, a lot of these so-called IPAs that are 9.5% aren't really that bitter. They got low bitterness units. And I'm sure the bitterness units on this one's probably around 10, not 20 or 32. So I guess to people that are used to drinking Blue Moon or Coors Light, 20 bitterness units would seem very high. So we can see it has a very, now the sun is high in the sky, 85-degree angle. Off-white, thick, and cloudy as Blue Moon is. And probably will get cloudier if I do a swish and pour later, if I get to that. So they were saying that's what they're trying to tap into. High alcohol, they called it bold, single can beers. And that's the only format it's going to be sold in at this time. And they also have Blue Moon Light, formerly known as Light Sky. They said they renamed it because to make a better connection to Blue Moon. And then we have the regular 5%, or is it 5.2% Blue Moon. And they didn't mention the mango wheat. That's one that's still made, the mango wheat, unless they dropped it. Okay, I think they still make that one. And they rebranded it like in the last year, relabeled everything, new up-to-date labeling, new ad campaign and all of that. All right, so Beer Advocate is giving it an 82. They're saying it's good. Now, to me, that would be like marginally good, like barely good. And then Untapped's got around a 67, be like a 77 on Beer Advocate. So they're saying it's so-so. They got like 300 check-ins at this point, and Beer Advocate has 5. Okay. And there's about 5 video reviews at the time of this recording. Smells like Blue Moon. It does smell like a stronger version of Blue Moon. And Blue Moon, I don't really like wheat beers, honestly. I don't care who makes them. But, I mean, they have some good ones, especially from Germany and or Belgium. There's a Belgian-style. And Blue Moon's fine. I don't know about Shock Top now because I don't really ever see it. And secondly, Shock Top got sold off to an independent company, Anheuser-Busch got rid of it. That's not really much of a factor these days in sales. Blue Moon is a big one still. Yeah, I get the coriander, definitely in the nose. And orange peel, yeah. It's very white bread. All right, let's go with the taste. Awesome day, awesome weather today. Cool, low humidity, breezy, and super sunny. does have a little more bitterness than Blue Moon, I think. I'm thinking IBUs on this one must be around 15 or 17. It seems to be, and it's not just coming from alcohol bitterness. I think the coriander spice and the orange peel is also giving it bitterness. So it's probably 2.5 out of 5 hop cones or whatever bitter items you want to list. Sweetness. It's sort of sweet, yeah. Let's say 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. It's kind of heavy bodied, so let's say heavy bodied. I mean, Blue Moon, regular Blue Moon is sort of heavy. These are good beers for gaining weight. If you're trying to bulk up, yeah, this will work. If you're trying to lose weight, run from these. Don't ever drink them. Pretty crisp finish though, honestly, and wheat beers aren't really exactly crisp, but it does finish that way. Decent lacing. I think it will leave some glob down at the bottom. Let's see, definite sediment, all kind of chunks throughout. Guess yeast chunks. This would probably be a better one to compete with strong Belgian-style wheat beers. Actually, one's from Belgium. There used to be a Cellus Grand Cru that was 8% from Texas. That's gone now. Well, it seems to be gone. I only saw it once anyway. It was great. This is not the first 8% Blue Moon now. Years ago, they used to have a much bigger product line, and they scaled it back as kind of like when craft beer started to hit the skids and things were just, it's still that way now, right? Put on the shelf and they don't move. I could name so many right now that, but there was an 8% called Grand Cru, Blue Moon Grand Cru. Might have been 7.5, but seemed like I remember it. But I went to buy it. I saw it and I said, I'm gonna get it next time I go to this store. And I went back to buy it and they didn't have it. I kept looking, you know. But anyway, I might have reviewed it once. I have to go check. It's been so long, over 10 years, I forget. I just remember it was some kind of problem getting it. But that doesn't matter. But that one never, that was like in a fancy bottle, corking cage type of thing. But the point I'm trying to make is if you gave this to somebody, they might think it's an actual Belgian import. That's how good it is. It's up there with those really nice ones. So the 8% is what Blue Moon always needed, you know, to be up at that level, I think. And corn syrup wouldn't violate any Belgian rules because they don't really have any rules like that as you get in Germany with their Reinheitsgebot, German purity law. So yeah, this is a great one to hit the nail on the head here. Like I say, maybe you could drink one a week, but to drink these constantly, it would be fattening and it would be too strong, be too much alcohol. So give it one more sip. I don't need to do the swish and pour, you know, to just bring that gunk down in there. I only bought one can. I was thinking about buying a second can and let my friend David try it. But then I was like, nah, he isn't gonna, he'd be like, oh, another wheat beer. You know I hate those things, so I just passed on it. But solid A here. And the mango is great. That's another, you know, that's lower alcohol, like, you know, lower 5s. But I'm gonna go with 9.3. 9.3 out of 10. A most excellent beer. Just goes to show you, American beer companies, mainline beer companies, can put out great stuff, you know. when they put their mind to it. Now, is it going to succeed as a sale? You know, like they was talking about on the blog. I mean, I don't know if it's going to succeed. Might fade away in a year. I don't know. Seemed like it would make it though, like it would be popular, but I don't know. I saw this at Racetrack. They had the Blue Moon Talls. Oh no, that was at Ricky's. The Blue Moon stovepipes, regular, and these right next to each other. I thought that's a good way to do that. So we'll see. So Les Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent American Belgian-style flavored wheat beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to your local convenience store and try to find it.